Am I boring you?
No, I like this story.
There was a time, one of my cousins, she had, I don't know now, I was a kid, but I knew something was fishy. I'm not that dumb. She had either a child, or maybe she had an abortion. And remember St. Vincent's Home was on, I guess you don't know, never heard of it. Well, it was like a home for unwed
Mhm.
mothers on Woodland Avenue,
Mhm.
like in Philadelphia. Well, apparently, my aunt, my cousin, was in there,
Hmm.
right? She did something bad. This is what, I gathered from them talking like. I understood at the time. So I used to, get clips from my mother. Okay, you just gotta go. Uh, Somebody told us how to get there. You gotta change the trolley car. So when you get on the trolley car, you tell the conductor, I have to get off at such and such a street, and then you get a pass for the next.
Mhm.
You pay once, and you get like they give you
Yeah.
like a pass for the next trolley car, and get off, get on that trolley car, and you tell the guy again, we have to go to such and such a
Mhm.
street on Woodland Avenue. Well, it was a Woodland Avenue trolley. So poor me, I do it again, and she's there. You know what? I think my mother came too. So we go in this big building, looked like a haunted house to me, right? I go in, I tell the nuns, it was all nuns. It was a Catholic thing, St. Vincent's Home, uh, from wed mothers. That's what it said on the tin, like I didn't know. I didn't know how to read. Right? So I go in, and the meantime, the whole time they're talking Italian
Mhm.
like and all, so I can get the gist of
Yeah.
what's going on, right? So we go in there, I tell the nun, and so, yeah, yeah, okay, okay, come with me, you sit down, she says to me. So there was like a bench out the front, right?
Mhm.
So I sat down, my mother and her, they went, right? And I'd stand there, sit there, sit there, sit there, until they came back. When they came back, my cousin wasn't with me or anything.
Mhm.
I mean, so I gathered she had a baby,
Mhm.
and maybe they went to see her. And they come out, and there was only them, right?
Hmm.
So I thought maybe she was going to come back, and come home with her. She didn't. So we go out and reverse the situation. Get on one trolley car. Tell them I got to get off at such and such. Call, holler the street to me when
Mhm.
we have to get off. So he hollers the street. When he gets here, he stops and he turns around and says, such and such a thing, and then we had to get on another thing, and then I had to tell them where we had to get off, but we were going back to our neighborhood.
Mhm.
So I start like watching,
Yeah.
so I would know anyway, but he turned around and told me again. So we all got off the trolley car then, and they were crying, you know, and I thought, I wonder what's been on, but something like must have went on. And that was the end of that one. I don't know what
Hmm.
happened to the kid.
Whatever happened to your cousin?
She came back out without no kid,
Hmm.
right?
A
It was
mystery.
never talked about,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So she had a kid
Yeah.
and gave it up.
Hmm. That's sad.
Now she's the bad one in the family. She was younger, and this is a classic story. She went to babysit, and how would you put this? She stole the husband
Uh.
of the child,
Yeah.
the father of the kid. She used to go babysit,
Mhm.
and started an affair with him,
Ooh.
right?
Scandalous.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the bad one. So I guess it was his kid.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I gather that it was his kid,
Yeah.
and he left his wife for her,
Hmm.
right? And many call, oh, my husband was working at Coke, and he goes into a luncheonette around Coke, and I don't know how she knew. I don't know how she knew my husband. And she said, all those years later, she worked there.
Mhm.
Oh, that bitch, is she still alive? She never got married again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she said, he never came to see my daughter again.
Hmm.
He took off with her, and then she wouldn't give him a divorce. But he said that he was divorced, and he bought some kind of paper and showed my aunt and uncle, who don't know how to read, right? That he was divorced,
Mm-hmm.
and that he was going to marry her. Lucy, my cousin Lucy,
Yeah.
she's big. So, his wife got him arrested because he was, what do you call it, bigamy,
Yeah.
and he went to jail. And he used to send her presents from jail that they used to make, the prisoners made things, like jewelry boxes,
Yeah.
and all this different kind of things that he made. And he would send them to her. I don't know how she would get them, but she would say, come on, I got something to show you. And she would show me. So then he got out of jail, and she was forbidden to see him. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Again?
Lucy was?
Huh?
Your cousin was forbidden to see him?
Yeah, my
Okay.
cousin was forbidden to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she was younger, and the guy was older when all this happened. Because he
Yeah.
was married,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a daughter
Yeah.
and everything. And that's who she was babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
And she stole the husband, But she never had a boyfriend or nothing
Yeah.
before that. I mean, she really, so, I don't know. They got the hots for each other.
Something
I don't know
happened,
what
yeah.
happened, but it was very, especially in those days. I mean, today people are bad like that all the time. But I mean, so my father forbid us to have anything to do with her.
Huh.
I don't want her in my house. She's a putan, which is a whore.
Yes.
Okay, in Italian. She's putan. I don't want them. And I don't even want mother and father. Because they should not have let her go with him. Why did they believe him? He was a married man, and blah, blah, blah. So he had a fight with them
Mm-hmm.
over the daughter because he didn't want them in his house no more. And he definitely didn't want her. And he said that they should have done something. So he must have known that she had a baby,
Yeah.
too. Which he said, oh my God, daughters get in that kind of rubble.
Yeah.
She was right,
Mm-hmm.
So, so she was forbidden. He got out of jail. She was forbidden to see him, and she could never leave the house or anything. So one time I went there with my mother and father, and she says, could I take Marie for a walk? And my mother and father says, oh, I guess so. So she said to them, well, I'm going to take her, okay? I'm going to take her for a walk, right? So what do you think she did? She went, she met him. And I think they had just built the subway. Because I never saw the subway before. So we go down this thing, and I said, where are we going? I thought we were going for a walk. I said, oh, this is going to be nice. I said, but listen, you can't tell nobody. Yeah, you can't tell nobody, right? So we get down here, and he's down there waiting, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to get in trouble, right? And I go, Lucy. I said, we can't. I said, we're going to get in trouble. He said, oh, you're going to get a nice ride, he told me. We get on the subway thing. And we're going for a train ride, And I'm thinking, gee, I hope they take me back to my mother and father, Like I'm shitting myself thinking, where's this train going? Where are we going? Because they're stealing me. They're kidnapping me, what I mean? Very traumatic childhood, right? Between the lady next door and this thing, right? Well, she stays out real long.
Yeah.
So, her brothers, she's the only daughter.
Uh-oh.
They get suspicious, They weren't home.
Mm-hmm.
They come home. Ma, where's Lucy? Where's Lucy? Oh, she took Marie for a walk. Well, where'd she go? I don't know. She said she was taking her for a walk outside. What? How long have they been gone? and everything.
They're suspicious.
So you were wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So they go out looking for her. They go all over the place.
Mhm.
So